Happy Halloween, guys! I'm Anderson01, and this is just a quick little webcam video. Yeah, it's a webcam, so the quality is not the best. It's very degrading on the graphics and sound. I keep looking at the screen for some odd reason. That's gonna be a problem. But I wanted to show my Halloween costume because all over my Twitter, my Tumblr, and I believe mostly my Facebook actually, I put that I was going to show you pictures of my costume. I'm not going to show pictures, so I'm just going to make this video. So I have an umbrella shirt on that I got from Motor City Comic Con a couple years ago, as well as, not this, this pin. Got from that too. You've probably seen the video. And I made a badge that says that I'm a researcher. That's one of my pictures. You don't need to see that. You don't need that. And I have a lab coat because I went, as I said with this to prove I was a researcher, I was an umbrella scientist researcher this year for Halloween. You've probably seen pictures on my photo bucket. I don't even remember my photo bucket, but all of me dressed as an RPD type person. But went as a scientist this year. So this is the purpose of this little video is a Halloween special, and it's going to be a top 5 list because my top 10 list is taking forever because it's a remake on one of my more popular videos. And if you're a fan of Facebook or Twitter, then you've probably seen it on their page. They put a link to one of my videos on there. Probably remember that. You probably don't know. You guys don't care. I thought it was great. But anyway, this is my top 5 list. It's a top 5 list, and it's my top 10. No, it's not top 10. That's for that remake I'm making. But it's a top 5, sorry. It's a top 5 Resident Evil scary moments. So it's my top 5. It's a combination of things from when I was a kid that scared me and things now. So stay tuned for that list, and I hope you guys had a very safe and fun Halloween. Did you guys get a lot of candy? I didn't get candy. I worked. Then I don't eat candy. I chew gum. I don't want candy. Unless it's chocolate. Chocolate's so good. It's good chocolate. I keep staring at the screen. Stay tuned for top 5 Resident Evil scary moments. Honestly, Resident Evil Code Veronica is my favorite Resident Evil game of all time and is one of my personal favorite games of all time. However, this game did not have many scary moments. It honestly did not. In fact, there was hardly any at all. The music was scary, and it made the atmosphere pretty haunting feeling. Some of the music was kind of scary, but not really. The enemies, like the zombies and hunters, are generally the same, and they use the same, and you can use the same techniques from previous Resident Evil games. Like, they give you the experience of not being as afraid of them. If it's your first Resident Evil game and you've never seen anybody play it or something, I guess it kind of freak you out. I don't know. Why would you start at Code Veronica? I don't know. In general, it's just not a scary game. Some moments of the game try to give you a jump scare, like zombies coming out through a mechanical door or a gate opening. It tried it, but it wasn't very scary. But why is it my favorite? Story, music, and characters. Enough said. Besides, if I went into detail on why this is my favorite game, or my favorite Resident Evil game, the video would end up being extremely long. So why is this on this list of top 5 Resident Evil scary moments? It was honestly the bandersnatches, those enemies. They can stretch their arm from one side of the room to the other, and they can use it to attack you, and they do some heavy damage, or they can insta-kill you by hitting your head on the ceiling. It just does a lot of damage. Why it scared me is being in the smaller areas with them. Especially the private residence, Because you can make it to the top of the stairs, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, and just goes up there and tries to attack you. And it can kill you if you're not fast enough on getting to the door to the private residence or killing them. I suggest not killing them, that's just a waste of ammo when you can try to run. Being killed by them scared me because they are fast and they can surprise you. Like, you think you left them all the way downstairs in the corner, like you lured them there and you ran all the way back. Nope, it's gonna pop up right where you least expected. Especially if you haven't saved in a while. Yeah, they're annoying. And their music, and they're just creepy. I mean, look at them. They're creepy. They look messed up. The original 1996 version of Resident Evil may have not been the scariest, but it was indeed the game that started the whole series, and basically was one of the first games that originally defined survival horror. The game focused more on the atmosphere of the game, meaning the visuals, the music, and possibly the way the camera angle was set up in a third-person view, but it switched randomly, like a free-to-play or out during combat. Like, you could be like shooting, and then you jerk back with the gun, and you like suddenly move back, and you're in a different camera angle, and you can't see anything. Yeah. Again, there were not so many, oh my god, this is scary moments, but it did have some scary moments. In one instance, you could be walking down a seemingly normal hallway when all of a sudden dogs flew through the window. It's startling, but not truly scary. You can recover from that quite quickly. Another instance is when there is the fear of getting killed, like if you haven't saved in a while. This is mainly by the smaller enemies, such as the crows, the birds from that puzzle with the room with the pictures. Also the bees and snakes. The bees are from the guardhouse, and there's the snakes from you trying to get to the guardhouse. They fall from the trees. They can take a lot of health if you're not careful. The bees and the snakes can result in your poisoning, and it drains your health over time. But there are healing items such as the herbs, which are in red, green, and blue. They can be combined to heal, and the blue herb can cure your poisoning. And toward the guardhouse, they do give you a lot of blue herbs, so I guess poisoning's not a big worry unless you're like that guy who was like, or person going, I don't want the blue herbs, they're useless, and you get poisoned, you're screwed. Yeah. Now, some of the scariest moments for me in this game happened when I was a kid playing it. Yeah, the music terrified me, especially the first and second floor mansion themes. They're just creepy, okay? It was freaky. Another scary moment for me was reading the Keeper's Diary and the zombie jumped out of the closet. Yeah, that was like a jump scare type thing. The main thing that scared me in the first Resident Evil game, I was like 5 years old, my mom was trying to teach me how to play the game. It was the very first zombie that you encounter. So you go through the dining room, you go through the side door, and you see that first zombie just turns its head and just stares at you. And it's like staring into your soul. Yeah. I have nightmares about that stare. It's freaky as all hell, and it still kind of scares me to this day. That's why I have my ending clip, which is to have a zombie-free day, and it's the zombie just staring at you. Yeah, every time I have to watch my videos to make sure it syncs up right. Yeah, kinda scares me a bit. Don't like them. Stupid first zombie. The remake version did not give me the same feeling. It was the original one that scared me more. Don't know why. Any kind of enemy that stalks you through the entire game is horribly frightening. Resident Evil added this kind of element in Resident Evil 2 for the B scenario. So Leon B, Claire B, whatever works.
This monster was a type of tyrant, like from the first Resident Evil game, but it was called T-103. In Resident Evil 2, this tyrant wore a trench coat and would stalk the B character. And randomly, throughout the B part of the game, this tyrant will show up. It'll break through a wall, it will just like break a camera, it falls from the helicopter, that's how you first meet it. It's quite random, but it's actually not random. It's the same pattern every time you restart the game. But it also depends if you're Leon or you're Claire. If you're Claire, for the Claire A, Claire B, sorry. He will be in one certain area, but if you're Leon B, he'll be in another area. That's like the only difference. Only one part of their encounters with this tyrant will be in one little different spot, but it's usually in the same exact spot. But every time you see it, it gets some pretty epic music. It's actually very, very good music. I like it. Resident Evil 6 actually brought back the kind of monster that stalks you. It's called the Ustanok, which mainly goes after the character Jake Mueller from the Jake campaign. Honestly, the Ustanok was not scary. It was not. They tried, but it honestly was not scary. But playing as Ustanok in the Resident Evil 6 DLC, that was fun. Yeah. I enjoyed that. It's fun trying to murder your friends with the Ustanok. But the one enemy that stalked you, no matter what, never gave up no matter what you did to it, was the Nemesis tyrant from Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. Like in Resident Evil 2, this was a tyrant that wore a trench coat, but and he followed your character. In Resident Evil 3's case, Jill Valentine. Although I personally think that the T-103 tyrant in Resident Evil 2 is more frightening because of it's a wordless pursuit, and how in the final battle was super intimidating because you're fighting him in this really small, tiny area, and he was a huge monster that if you just try to run away, he'll hit you, and you're like, nope, you get hurt. But Nemesis was scary on his own. Not only does he pursue you through the entire game shouting stars, it can kill you using weapons. It has a rocket launcher, and during one part of the game, after you fight him in the clock tower, he actually infects Jill with the T-virus, or T-Nemesis virus. It's one of those. So you're like, God damn it, I'm infected. But the Resident Evil movie, Resident Evil Apocalypse, does not serve Nemesis's character justice. No. Like, use the stars line only one time, and in the movie, instead of like stalking and fighting Jill Valentine mostly, it fights Alice. Yeah, that's not stupid. That's pretty stupid. Like how in the movie there was a bunch of stars members, but in the video game only Jill and Brad were the only ones left in Raccoon City because Chris went to Europe, Barry took his family somewhere safe, and Rebecca, nobody knows what happened to her. Nobody knows. But my scariest moment with the Nemesis was when I was in a save room that was close to the restaurant where you first met Carlos.
We'll have to finish this
Nemesis already chased me through like the buildings. What building was it?
If you can trust me,
it was the buildings where you had to go
us.
get like the little stuff to get on the train to get to the clock tower. So like maintenance building or whatever, I don't even know. So you're gathering the items to get to for the train to get to the clock tower and then proceed with the game. It was nowhere to be seen. He already chased me. There was no music, so I go to the save room that was near the restaurant, and so it's like in that little hallway. Then you're going to the big open area where there's like the city hall gate with the gems. Like, it was around that area. So I'm in the save room. I don't even save. I get like the items I need to continue, and I leave the save room, and he's right in front of the save room. He's like right there. He just popped up right in front of the save room. Like, I couldn't move, and he killed me, and it was quite scary. It freaked me out. First time it happened, nearly cried. I'm not gonna lie. It was quite shocking. And even I think it's glitch, honestly, but a couple of other times it happened, and it just keeps scaring me because he's stalking my save room. The save rooms are not as safe as we all thought. That's sad. I'm quite sad now. As a kid, I had the odd fear of the blackness of the loading screen of the doors opening. These door loading screens were a big part of the Resident Evil franchise until they got rid of them in Resident Evil 4. These loading screens had you stare at the door. All around it was black, so all you saw was the door. And when the door opened, you just saw more black as you go through the opening of the door, I guess. My fear was that one day a scary zombie monster face was going to appear in the door, or some other monster, whatever, something was going to pop out of the black. It always, freaked me out. I literally had nightmares as a child from those loading screens. These nightmares included me being in the mansion of the first Resident Evil game, and going through each door with the loading screens, and each time I opened a door, something scary would be in the doorway. So, yeah, I know I have a really weird fear thing, and I was just scared, and I had just odd fears. Oh, but Resident Evil 2. Oh, Resident Evil 2. Oh, I didn't discover this little secret until much later in life, a couple years ago, in fact. I'm just playing the Leon A scenario. You could play Claire A as well, it doesn't matter. Of Resident Evil 2. When I had to get the valve handles for the helicopter, for the water, to get, the bullets. And I just noticed the door. The door was where the B character would enter the police station from Raccoon City. And I'm just like, that's the door for the B scenario. With all my curiosity, I had to open the door. Let's go back into Raccoon City, guys. And I was just like, yeah. My worst nightmare came true. As the scene happened in front of me, the horde of zombies came through the loading screen of the door. I began screaming. I dropped my controller and I ran out of my room. I'm screaming at my mom that my worst nightmare had been accomplished. It did happen. It came true. My mom and my younger sister never laughed so hard at me about a video game. Damn it, Capcom! You took it to consideration on the door loading screens of things coming out of it. Why? Clever, Capcom. Very, very clever. Now, the Resident Evil franchise had many things that scared the player. This could be the music, the messed up side of the story, or random moments you had experienced, like mine. Or it could be from the actual enemy itself, or the boss, or just you saw something visual, like you went to the corner and you just happened to see a bunch of, dead zombies that weren't zombies or whatever. Okay. So the Tyrant is a scary enemy in the Resident Evil franchise. The first Resident Evil kind of scary because you're like, oh my god, these tank controls, how am I going to fight it? And then there's the T-103 from Resident Evil 2, aka Mr. X, or Trenchy, whatever you want to call him. And then there's Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. And I guess, okay, for some people, the Usanagi is scary in Resident Evil 6. Honestly, I don't think so, but some people will consider him pretty scary. But this is one of the scariest moments I had ever experienced in Resident Evil was in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, I bet a lot of people saw this coming, and I'm sure a lot of people are scared of these two. Fighting the regenerators for the first time, just going in, fighting the regenerators. These were scary. When you just look at them, they're creepy. They're just they got these sharp teeth. They're walking weird, and then they just instant kill you if they're an Iron Maiden, so it gives Leon a hug, and then spikes through them. They were just creepy looking, and the music just made your heart pound and want to run away. You want to run away. You're just go, get out of here, get out, run, bitch, run. Honestly, I think it's the music that is the scariest thing about them. Come from a room where it's relatively quiet, you have that little music, whatever, you just went to the merchant, whatever you did, and then all of a sudden, you go through a door, then BOOM! Generating music starts playing, and you want to run. You're just no, I'm done. Nope, let's get out of here. When attacking when attacking the regenerators with normal weapons. Normal weapons could be anything that is not the sniper with the special plaga sneak scope on it, the infinite rocket launcher, and or the Chicago typewriter. Shooting the regenerator is a waste of ammo with regular weapons, because if you manage to like blow up one of its arms, or it happened to his legs, it starts flopping at you like a fish. Like if you blow up its leg, it falls on the ground, just like starts flopping at you. They kind of brought that element back in Resident Evil 6. Kind of freaked me out. I was a little nostalgic, and I was like, no regenerator juniors, no. I did not like them. So, and it was quite disturbing with the flopping on the floor. But once you get the infinite weapons and you get the scope for the sniper, fighting the regenerators is a breeze. It is easy. You just like, no, I don't want to deal with you, rocket launcher. Bam! Explosion. Instant death. The music. Oh, the music. It's just what makes the regenerators. It makes the music makes them, I swear. Every time I hear it, I tense up and feel like I just want to crawl under my bed and die. Also, no, never listen to regenerator music while you're in school, because if someone taps you on the shoulder, you're gonna kind of scream. Yeah. I stopped listening to Resident Evil and Silent Hill music after that little incident. Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that top 5 video. I'm sorry that I didn't post my top 10 like I was going to. It's probably going to be next weekend, or weekend after that. It depends. It really does depend, so hope you guys enjoyed. What are your top 5 scary Resident Evil moments? What were they? Leave a comment below the video, of course, but please do not, when you're saying what you want, like what you like, don't be like, let's like do an example here of like my top 10 transformations or sad scenes, where they're saying, oh, you're stupid, you should have put this as number 1, should have put this as number 2, why is it this character thing and not this other thing? I get it, it's your opinion, you like that stuff, but you can't just tell other people that their opinion is dumb, and because it's all opinion based. That's what these lists are mainly of. But do put a comment saying what you like what is your like number 1 scary thing that happened to you while playing Resident Evil, and or make your own list and put in a video response of top 5, top 10. Why not? I do a top 10. I'm only doing a top 5 to make it like shorter, because I got too much on my plate. Because I'm a freshman in college, and for those who are in college, they realize how stressful everything is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what your number 1 scary moment in Resident Evil is, and or leave a video response of your own list, whatever works. Also, stay tuned for the new remake top 10, and like me on Facebook for updates if you wish. I don't really care. You can if you want. If you can, if you want. If you don't, you don't have to. You don't have to. Or you can follow me on Twitter. Or you can follow me on Tumblr. Tumblr, you're just gonna get a bunch of random crap, though. It's a combination of everything I do. So it's like Doctor Who and Resident Evil, Silent Hill, cats. There are some cute cat pictures. They're so funny. The little gifs, you know what I mean? But follow me on those or like me on Facebook. I will leave links in the description of this video. And for those who did not see the Motor City Comic Con video, I will put that in the video description too. Because I think... Actually, I won't. No one cares about that video. If you really want to see it, you go find it yourself. So, and also, starting December, I will be posting my new Let's Play videos, and it's going to be my Let's Play Resident Evil, the original 1996 version, not the director's cut, not Deadly Silence, and not remake. It's the original 1996 version. So until next time I see you guys, whether it be top 5, top 10, an update video, or even my Let's Plays, have yourselves a zombie-free day.